I'm coming. Okay. Okay, so eyes up here. Perfect job. Okay, so today I'm going to read a story to you. And this story is called Giraffes Can't Dance. So it's kind of a silly story because it has things in it that don't really happen. So that's why we call it a nonfiction book. Nonfiction means that it doesn't really happen, right? You wouldn't really see animals dancing. That's what we're going to read about. So this book is called Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Ondred and Guy Parker Rees. So first, before we start, what do you think this book might be about? Jackson, what do you think?
Oh, a giraffe dancing?
Uh-huh. That's a pretty good guess. What do you think, Jose?
Has a monkey?
Yeah, there might be a monkey in it. If there's a giraffe, there could be a monkey. What do you think, Keevan?
Might be a snake in there.
A snake? That's a good guess. What do you think?
Penguin.
A what?
A penguin.
A penguin? Who knows? It could be all kinds of animals. Let's do one more. Caden, what do you think?
A crocodile.
A crocodile. Ooh, that's a good guess. Okay, those were all great predictions. So let's read and see if all of our predictions are right, okay? So Giraffes Can't Dance. His name is Gerald. Say hi, Gerald.
Hi, Gerald.
Okay. Gerald was a tall giraffe. Do you hear that G sound?
Yeah.
Gerald was a tall giraffe. Yeah. Whose neck was long and slim. What does it mean if it's slim? What do you think that means, Kate?
It means it's smooth.
Uh-huh, yeah, you're right. Look at his neck. It's so long and it's kind of what?
Skinny.
Skinny. So slim is just another word for skinny. But his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. Let's all stand up for a second. What would it look like if your knees were crooked? Let's look at his knees and try to do that.
Oh, look at that.
All right. His knees are kind of crooked like this. Do you see it? Kind of crooked. All right, let's all sit back down. He was very good at standing still. Let's stand still. At standing still and munching shoots off of trees. Shoots are another word for leaves. So he's munching the leaves, munching the shoots. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at his knees. And so look, he fell. His knees buckled. That means his knees just kind of gave up. Now, every year in Africa, we live in America, right?
Yeah.
Which is in North America, and so this is kind of far away. So he lives in a place called Africa. They hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad. Because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. He was very bad. The warthog started waltzing. Waltzing is a kind of dance you can do. And the rhinos rock and rolled. Show me how you rock and roll. You might do like this. You might play the guitar. The lions danced the tango. It was elegant and bold. If it's elegant and bold, that means that they're very serious and they're very classy. And they dance together. Oh, who predicted a monkey was going to be in this book? I forgot. Which one? Jose, your prediction is right. The chimps all did the cha-cha with a very Latin feel.
Cha-cha.
That's pretty silly, isn't it? Okay, let's listen. Show me you're listening.
The camera's off.
Thank you. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. So does it seem like all the other animals are pretty good at dancing?
Yes.
But Gerald, the book told us that Gerald was very bad at dancing. So how do you think Gerald might feel right now?
He feels bad.
Yeah, he probably feels a little left out, right? Or a little sad. Let's keep reading. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor. But the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. Hey, look at Clumsy clumsy Gerald, all the animals sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. How do you think he feels now?
Sad.
He might feel sad or maybe a little mad. I bet I would probably feel pretty sad if someone told me that. Yeah, and look at his face. He doesn't look very happy, does he?
He looks kind of mad.
Yeah.
I said that he was
Gerald
sad.
simply froze up. That means he got really still, like this. He froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He had never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Show me how you sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket who had seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass. Let's all sway. This is what needs to sway. You kind of go slow, side to side. Okay, let's freeze. And listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music are those in the branches of the trees. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. What do you think's going to happen?
He's going to dance.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good guess. Let's see. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying. What does it mean to sway? Show me. Good. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing around. What does it mean to swish? I like that motion. Let's all swish like Jackson did. You might see a dog's tail kind of swish around sometimes.
Quit.
All right, let's listen. Let's put our hands in our laps. Thank you. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. A somersault is kind of like a flip on the ground. So you just kind of tuck your head and you just roll on the ground. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing, I'm dancing, I'm dancing, Gerald cried. How do you think he feels? He feels happy. Happy. And look, you know that because the words told us, but you also know it because you can look at the illustration or the picture, and you can tell that he's smiling, so he must be happy. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him, quite entranced. Entranced, that's a pretty big word. Entranced means they were just in awe. They were thinking, oh my goodness, look how great of a dancer he is. That means they couldn't stop watching him because he was so great. They shouted, it's a miracle. Your name's in this book, Miracle. It's a miracle. We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen. Great job. Do you hear the rhyming words in this book?
Yeah.
Right, dream and seem, they rhyme. How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Great job, Jackson. Let's all stand up. This is how you bow. After you do something really great or a performance, just bend over. And that's saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's take a seat. See, he's a giraffe. His body looks different. So the way that he bowed, he has this long. What kind of neck did he have? His long, skinny, his long, slim neck. So he kind of went like that. I can't do it because we don't have those necks, right? But that's what he did. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. Let's listen. We can all dance, he said, when we find music that we love. The end. So we know that Gerald, he was very sad at the beginning of the story, right? Why was he sad?
Everybody said that you're a horrible dancer.
Right. And
You're
think,
bad.
what if everyone in the whole class was very good at singing, and all the class would sing together all the time? And if you weren't that good of a singer, you might feel pretty sad, right? 'Cause everybody's doing it well, but you're not doing it so well. You feel like you're not. Let's put our eyes and ears up here, please. Thank you. All right. I love the way Gabriel's sitting and listening. Ethan, thank you. So in this book is saying to all of us and all the readers that read this book, they're saying we're all great at different things, right?
Right.
So I think we all have something that we're good at. And something that I think I'm good at is I think I'm pretty good at running, because I run all the time and I practice all the time. But just because I'm good at running doesn't mean that Gabriel's great at running.
Yep.
But guess what? What's something you're really great at?
Running.
Right? What's something else that you're really great at?
Car.
At playing with cars? You see, I'm not that great at playing with cars, because we all have things that we're great at doing, right? And it's not the same as things that someone else is great at doing all the time. Because how boring would the world be if we were all exactly alike? That would be pretty boring, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to share something?
Like my brother in that class, and he's just like me, and he wears the same clothes, just like alike.
Yeah, he has a twin brother, so they look alike, but I bet they like some different things and they're good at some different things, because no two people in the whole wide world, even identical twins, are exactly alike. Would you like to share something?
I get to play with my mommy.
Let's respect our friends.
I get to play with my mommy, and I get to play, and me and her get to play princesses.
Oh, okay. I want to ask you a question, so everybody put on your thinking cap, and you might have to close your eyes and think about a time. Can you think about a time when you felt a little left out, if everyone was kind of doing something, and you might have felt like, I don't think I can play with them because I'm not as good at that. I don't want to feel embarrassed, or I don't want to look like I don't fit in. Can anyone think of a time where they felt like that? Jackson?
Me and my little brother were playing, and he jumped off the thing, the walk wall, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's a really good example. Can you think of another time you felt left out, Gabriel?
Because my dad just went to work, and I just left.
Because your dad went to work and you didn't get to go. Yeah? Can I give you an example?
Yes.
Okay, so one time, all of my friends at school, when I was in elementary school, so when I was in maybe 2nd or 3rd grade, all of my friends at school, at recess, I always really liked to play sports. And some people don't like to play sports, but a lot of boys like to play sports. And so I always wanted to play with the boys because I liked playing basketball, and I liked playing kickball, and I liked playing football. And so, okay, listen, you have to show me your respect. So when I was playing with all the boys, sometimes I'd be scared to play because I was the only girl. And sometimes the boys would maybe make fun of me a little bit. Or if I was playing basketball, this still happens to me a lot because I like to go at school and play basketball with some of the boys that play. And sometimes they don't want to pass me the ball because they think that I can't play as good because I'm a girl, and that's not true, is it? Because girls can be just as good at things as boys, right?
Yeah.
So that's a time where I feel a little left out. When everyone around me, I feel like they're just not including me because they think I'm not as good at something. Ethan, do you want to share? You can share.
She does play sports too. She plays volleyball and
Oh, she does? That's great. Keelan, do you want to share a time where you felt left out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One time I yelled at somebody, and then I walked away from them.
Someone yelled at you?
No, I yelled at somebody.
Oh, well, let's talk about a time where you felt left out. Benjamin.
One time, I wasn't good at where the spot was on the mission, then I just go back home on the game.
So you weren't good at the game at first, but then he practiced and got better, and that's what Gerald did, right? Amani, do you want to share? Okay, go ahead.
One time when I played with my mom, then I always play Dora.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's pick one more friend. Hayden, do you want to share? Okay, go ahead.
My mommy wants me to stay up my mommy's house.
All right. Okay. On that note, we'll just go ahead and end. Okay, so thank you for being such a great listener. And when I show my college friends the videos of you, they're going to say, wow, those kindergartners are real big kids. They really know how to act like big kids. So y'all did a great job. And when Miss Pecan and Miss Dominguez look at it later, I bet they'll put something. All right. What did you want them to do?
I'll just stay right there.
All right. I'm going to go push this off.
Now, boys and girls, can you
Thank
tell
you.
Miss Clyburn thank you for
Thank you. Y'all are such great listeners.
All right.